Hi Flosstube, it's Lisa here with my second video, and I have had such a very nice welcome. I have almost 150 subscribers since last Wednesday, and that's just thrilling. And I wanted to give a big thank you to Kay's Cross Stitch because she gave a shout out to me, and I really appreciate it. And she's one of my favorite Flosstubers, so I'll put a link to her. If you haven't watched her videos, she's a hoot. She's really funny. So, as I said, I'm here to make my second Flosstube video, and it's been a rainy, drizzly, kind of cold weekend here in Mississippi, which honestly it's my favorite kind because that's all the excuse I need to curl up in my stitching nest with my stitching and my coffee in the morning, wine in the evening, and just stitch the weekend away. And that's mostly what I did. It's what I had planned to do today, except when I went to wash my clothes, my washer wouldn't agitate, wouldn't spin, wouldn't do nothing. So I ended up having to hunt down a laundromat, which I haven't had to go to a laundromat in I don't know when. So I had to hunt one down. The closest I could find was in Pearl, Mississippi, which is like 20 miles away from me. So I had to load up all my clothes and haul it out there. And when I got there, it was $1.50 a load. I was like, well, there goes all the money I had. I'm just going to have to haul my wet clothes back and dry them at home. So, and on the way, our Department of Transportation, in their infinite wisdom, shut down the interstate. Shut it down so that they could work on something. I don't know what. Working on something. They rerouted us to a 2-lane highway. It was horrible. It was just traffic out the yin yang. So I came home, poured myself my favorite wine, which I want to show you because it's really kind of cute. This is my favorite red wine. It's Bully Hill. Love my goat. Isn't that just so cute? I just love it. And this wine is so good. It's a little bit sweet, not too dry. It's just perfect. So here I am talking to you about this crazy day I've had and ready to share some of my stitching with you. I thought to start off, I'd share a stitching story, really a saga, behind one of my crewel pieces, which I'm going to show you is huge, so I'm going to have to probably back up a little so you can see it. I got this piece because when I was about 16, I had been stitching for my mom, and she'd buy these kits, 70s, as you can tell from the colors. I said, Mom, I need something that's a little more complicated that won't be quite so fast to stitch up. So she obliged me. Millions of stitches of daisies. This piece was 7 years to stitch. And not just by me. This piece went to jail. My aunt, who lived in Winder, Georgia at the time, which was a teeny tiny little town in Georgia, her poor neighbor, this is the saga, part of the saga, her poor neighbor was a secretary for a lawyer who ended up conspiring with his lover to kill his wife. And this was probably in 75, 76. Well, this poor woman, who all she did was leave a key in a place her boss told her to, got rounded up in the arrest and got stuck defending herself with her lawyer boss and his lover for murdering his wife. The poor woman went to jail for like 2 years, and all she did was put a key where her boss had told her to. I think she had a sucky lawyer myself. But anyways, this piece, because I was so sick of daisies, went to jail with her for about a year. And she worked on a little bit of it and then sent it back to us because, well, she was sick of daisies too. So anyways, I finished this piece when I was about 21. And my mother proudly hung it up in her house. And then my mother passed away in 1990. She was in a car wreck, a fatal car wreck. But anyways, after that, my aunts kind of took this piece and passed it. They shared it. They would hang it in their house for a while and pass it on to the next sister, and she would have it. It ended up with my mother's youngest sister, who was actually only about 10 years older than me. She was my favorite aunt because she was the cool aunt, and I followed her around like a puppy, and she let me have a little taste of beer, do a little thing over here that I wasn't supposed to, and I loved her to death. But she developed cancer, and this was hanging in her house through her illness, and then she passed away from the cancer. So it got returned to me because she wrote on the back of it this most lovely note, and I just wanted to share it with you. It's dated July the 17th, 1999. She died probably the beginning of 2000. And it said, "This beautiful artwork belongs to my wonderful, very special niece, Lisa. She has lovingly let me display it in my home. It is to be returned to her when she wants it. Thank you so much, Lisa. I love you with all my heart and soul. Your Aunt Lainey." It was like a message from her in the midst of my grieving for her. And I just can't tell you what it meant to me to get this back with her note on it. I will never reframe this because I will never get rid of this. She wrote it on the back on the paper. I'll never get rid of it. So this piece will be treasured by me in this state forever. So that's just one of my stitchy stories from one of my pieces, and it just goes to show that the things we stitch from our heart really touch other people's hearts, and we never know what it means to them. And it's really, really wonderful when you get a message back like this, that your handwork that you worked from your heart because you love somebody touches their heart and might just return to you with a lot of love in return. So that's my stitchy story I wanted to share with you guys. So I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to show you my whips that I've been working on. I'm in the Year of Whips challenge where we picked so many whips that we wanted to finish by December of next year. So this month I've been working on my Santa's Village, and I want to show you what I've done with it. I love this piece. So here, okay, here is backwards for me. I've been working on the North Pole Post Office. So I started this part last weekend, and here's where I am with it. So I'm hoping to finish it by the end of this month. And then I also am working on Frosty Forest. This is the Raccoon Cottage. And I want to finish this by the end of the month. So those are the pieces of cross stitch I've been working on. I've also been started a Mirabilia. And normally I stitch in a hoop. I've always stitched in a hoop. I cannot stitch in hand because it's just too loose and it drives me crazy. But this Mirabilia, because I've been watching you who stitch them, this is my first one, I saw how you bead as you go along. So I have had scroll rods. I have not had any success in using them because I don't know. I tried to put my Mirabilia on these scroll rods. I think one of my problems is it's really not wide enough because it's all the way to the end. But look, see this? See how loose this is? Ugh, I can't stand it. I absolutely cannot stand that. So I'm thinking, and I sewed it on. It's got the little tab, and I just basted it on. And I've been watching some of y'all, and I know some of y'all have used Velcro or something like that. So I'm gonna take it off and try that to see if I can get it tighter before I throw my scroll rods away. But if any of y'all have any suggestions, if you think that this loose problem here is because my scroll rods aren't long enough, or if you have any suggestions for me that would help me, I really would like to be able to bead as I go along. But if not, I'm gonna put it in a hoop and just bead when I'm finished. But I am excited to have started my Mirabilia. I have exactly 2 stitches because this drives me insane. So I put that back. The next thing that I'm working on is there is a needlework school that just opened up in San Francisco called San Francisco Needlework School. And they have these challenges. And they have one that's called Under the Sea Challenge, where they send you, Swarovski Crystals sponsoring it. So, oh my God, it's Swarovski Crystals sends you a bag of their luscious, sparkly, absolutely gorgeous crystals. Look at that. Look at them. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. Oh, they're so beautiful. But the challenge is you have to take your crystals and make a piece with them. They don't care what kind of embroidery it is or what else you use on it, as long as you don't use other crystals. But the theme is Under the Sea. So in my head, when I was thinking about it, I thought, under the sea, I really love octopuses. So I thought, what if I did an octopus with a treasure chest and have all these luscious crystals surrounding him, and maybe looped on his little arms and things like that, and maybe the fish could be swimming with some. So that's the picture in my head. And I make art dolls. I call them my goddess art dolls. Here's one that I've made. See, it's my pattern. The shape is not mine because this is a archetypal. It's a universal goddess shape. So, but I took it and I made my pattern. And she's just a soft stuffed doll. But I do all this embroidery and attach things to them. There's some beading. But I thought I'll do that and have her be my Under the Sea art goddess doll. So this is where I have her cut out. And I attached her to this so y'all could see her. But I'm going to have my octopus down here. And I thought this is like representative of the sky and the sun. I might put a little sun or something out here. But these to me were jewel tones. So I got to get what's the picture in here down on paper so I can get it on here. And I thought that would be my submission. So I kind of am excited about that. I think that's going to be fun. And while I was working on that, last month for Halloween, I decorated my office at work and I ended up with all these spiders everywhere. So from that generated another idea for an art goddess doll. And this is going to be Arachne. So this is I hope you can tell it's a web print fabric. But I've got this, let's see, where'd he go? Oh, I found this at Michael's on sale. So I'm going to have my spider here, and I'm going to do a big old web here with some silver thread that I have and make beaded spiders to go on there. So this is going to be Arachne, and if I have them finished, or when I have them finished, I'll be sure to show them to you. So those are the things that I have going on. That's what I'm stitching on. I have a little bit of a haul, not much, because I ordered a whole bunch of it, just hadn't got here yet, and I blame you, Flosstube. It's your fault. I signed up for Stitchy Box. I got on the waiting list, and I got an email today that said, you get one in January. So I hurried and I paid it. So thanks, Flosstube. I'm now fixing to get my first Stitchy Box in January, and I'm real excited about that. I did go online, Hirschner's, which I heard about from somebody on Flosstube, about their 99cents magazines. So I went and I got about 7 of them. They have some really cute stuff. I was just going to show you a couple of my favorites. This one, this is in the fall 2015, the little cats. I just love those. I love those. So that's on my wanna-do list. This, I thought on some hand-dyed fabric would be absolutely smashing. Maybe black, maybe in another color that matched the hand-dyed fabric. So I've been shopping for some fabric that caught my eye that I might want to do that on. Then in this one, the spring 2015 with the little desserts on them. This one I saw that I really liked. Really caught my eye. Not necessarily these colors. But again, I thought some pretty hand-dyed fabric and some gorgeous thread, that would be really, really striking. So I really like that. Not that color, but I could see it in my head. Then in the September of 2011, had some really cute Halloween things that I liked. This Halloween topiary. I thought that was cute. Really cute. And this, which I thought was really adorable, because I like working with fabrics. I have some really cute Halloween fabric. So instead of felt, I thought I could use Halloween fabrics on that. And some cute little buttons. So I like that. And this, not that part, but this, the cross stitch piece, I really like that. So I'm dreaming up all kinds of new starts for next year. Like I really need more new starts one day. I'm going to show you the boxes and boxes of things that I have, that I've started. Oh, it's shameful. And I like this little deer. I love that. I think that's pretty. And one more in this one. Oh yeah, this is just darling. Little Christmas piece. So anyways, those are some of the things that I liked in these magazines I bought. And then, got... Oh, I want to tell you about one of my favorite online needlework shops. It's called Beach Cottage Stitchers. I like her because she has what she calls an auto ship club, where you get these things that have multiple pieces, like Santa's Village did, and Frosty Forest, and Lizzie Kate's Mysteries, and things like that come out in parts. She lets you, even now, sign up for them on what she calls her auto ship club, and she'll send it monthly. So even though they're older patterns, you can still get them monthly, so you only have to pay for them one piece at a time, which is really helpful. And I like it because she'll also include the specialty threads for me as a little kit. So that's how I got all of Santa's Village and all of Frosty Forest. And I've got several Lizzie Kate Mysteries that I did that way. And it's just lets you pay for them monthly instead of having to do it all at one time. But anyways, I'm getting Little House Needleworks ABC samplers that way. And I'm gonna do it all on one. So this was the number one, and she sent, I got the fabric, and then she sent the classic colorworks, the specialty threads, and then I'll just add my DMCs because Lord knows I don't need more DMC. I have them all. I have multiples, and I just don't need more DMC. So that's one of my hauls. Is the Little House Needleworks ABC samplers, and I'm looking forward to doing that because I saw Ivana stitching them all on one piece, and with her own border, which was really cute. So I'm gonna be thinking up something like that. Then on our year of whips, this was somebody's whip. It's a drawn thread sampler game board. And it's kind of reflective, but I hope you can see it. It's little houses and little symbols and things, but some of the houses are upside down, I guess because it's a game board. But when I do it, I want to make all the houses be right side up because I just think they're adorable. And then somebody else was doing these seasonal cats, and I had to have them. They were doing the autumn one, but I just love them all. So I found that on eBay for like $1. It was great. Then while I was looking for this on eBay, I found Victoria Sampler Raven Hill Herb Farm, which is so cute. I love Victoria Sampler, and I got the threads. They're the silk threads, and she kits it up so that you just have enough, so you don't have to buy a ton of silk threads. But I got this for $28, the pattern and the silks, which is a really great deal because the silks by themselves were like $35 or something like that. So that's my haul. And I guess I have more stuff coming. I'm really excited. I went on 1-2-3 Stitch, and I've got the New World, Barbara Anna's New World patterns, which I just love those. They're so cute. I fell down that rabbit hole, and they're coming, and I want to stitch those. They're going to be some of my new starts for next year. I'm not going to start anything this month. I'm going to finish my little, what I have a goal to finish. And then I'm accumulating a box of possible new starts for 2017, and I'm going to have to weed through because I have a bunch. And I signed up for Ship Manners Stitch Along in 2017. He's doing like a street or a village, and I just thought that sounded real interesting and fun. And I love his threads. So I've signed up for that. Well, that's really all I have to talk about. I'm enjoying watching everybody's videos. I discovered the moose stitcher this morning. He is hilarious. I've gone back and started with his #1, and I'm watching forward because that's what I like to do. I get up at like, I don't know, 4 or 5 in the morning, and I stitch for about an hour, hour and a half, and I watch Flosstube videos, and I just love it. It's my me time. So that's really all I have for today. I want to thank you again, everybody who's watched and who has subscribed to me. I'm excited that I have subscribers. And I've had some really, really lovely comments. And I really appreciate that too. Our community is really, it's a great place. And on Facebook, all I really look at are my stitchy groups, because there's a lot of unpleasant, mean, scary stuff there. So I probably shouldn't just cocoon myself, but that's what I do. I like my stitching. I like my stitching community, and that's what it is. So again, thank everybody. I want to thank you all for watching, and thank you for subscribing. And I will make another update probably in a week or so. I'm going to Louisville, Kentucky on the 16th. My daughter is getting married. I don't know if I told you that in the last one, but she's getting married, and it's at the Kentucky Science Center, and everybody's supposed to come in costume. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So I have that trip. I'll leave on that Friday the 16th. She's getting married Sunday the 18th, and we'll come back that Monday. I'm thinking very seriously about stopping there in Tennessee. There is a huge fabric store called Sir's Fabrics. I mean huge. You just go, you walk through a room, there's a door, so they have another room of fabric, and then you get to the back of that, there's another door, another room of fabric, at the back of that, there's another door, on and on. I mean, oh, it's heaven. They have all kinds of fabrics and stuff there. So I'm thinking about making that a stop on my way home, because that's a lot of fun. And it's not far. It's across the Tennessee border from Huntsville, which is about halfway home for us. So it's like a good way to break up a 9-hour trip. But then we turn right around on Friday, and we're going to Houston to have dinner with Asante's family, and then we'll come back probably Saturday, so that's another 7-hour trip. So I'm going to be very tired of cars by the end of this month, but I'm looking forward to it. It's always good to see family, and I'll take my stitching, and maybe I'll take some of my wine. So, alright, well, I want to tell y'all all a good evening. Hopefully I'll get this uploaded tonight. It's kind of slow. I have satellite internet, which is miserably slow sometimes. But I'm going to try to get this uploaded tonight. And I hope y'all all have a good stitchy evening and a good stitchy week. And may your threads lay straight and the frogs stay away. Good night.